Thank you for joining me on the Endless Mountain Network. My name is Derek. I just put a video up today called Economic Collapse Update, March 31st, 2009, and I just received a comment from Philo, and I thought I'd put this on video. Usually when I get these comments, sometimes I go on a spurt and just reply to almost all of them. Sometimes I read them but don't reply to them. This one I am going to do a video response. It says, if everything collapses, what kind of future can we expect? Well, that's up to you to decide, and that's up to us as a consciousness to decide. That's what I think this 2012 shift in consciousness and the next cycle, conscious co-creation, is going to be all about. That's the cycle that I've been talking about with the Mayan calendar, is conscious co-creation, which starts in 2012 and ends, well, it really could end in 2013 if you really want to get technical. And that stage is basically the kind of future is what we're going to create. What are thoughts? Our thoughts are basically creating the future. I don't believe that there exists technology that can substitute oil, was said. You might be right, yes, and maybe you might be wrong, because I believe we're in the baby days of technology. So what technology is going to look in 2050, I wouldn't want to guess, except for a lot better. However, we are getting a lot more information on cleaner energies. We're talking like solar energies. I'm not saying that's for oil, but I'm just saying that we can find ways of using this energy of solar, tidal, wind energy, geothermal. We also, we can make corn into fuel, they're saying, salt water. I mean, there's just so many different ways we can substitute it, in my opinion. And we can use the technology to create it, meaning technology can create systems for it. I'm trying to explain it the best that I can. People might start to understand that materialistic way of living is pointless. I really do agree. I've been getting away from this whole materialistic side myself, spending only really what I need type deal, really what I think is best suited for me at the time, instead of just like I used to just spending. I mean, I mentioned before how we were like all consumers in the previous video, and that's the label that was put onto us by the government and corporations, and that's really what I think we're going to be getting away from. So we won't be consumers in like a century from now, I don't think. I mean, we still might be, but I think that was just a short-term name that is given to us as far as being consumers. What if depopulation is unavoidable? Then it's unavoidable. That's why I'm making these videos, because I want to prepare as many people as I can for this, to help those who can possibly get through this 2012 shift in consciousness. Because yes, there could be depopulation as a possibility. Reasons that could support it would be obviously the food shortage that could easily come, which would obviously include food hungers. Also the climate changes, the droughts, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, all that type of stuff is something to be concerned of that could make depopulation. But I am very confident when we get through this whole ordeal that humanity and Earth is going to come out very fine, in my opinion. What if people start to kill each other over when we run out of resources? That's why another reason to prepare for it. Like I say, you don't want to live in the cities, and you want to stay away from the cities if you can. And prepare yourself. There's a lot of people on here talking about guns and ammo, and if you have one and you can just be ready for any type of self-defense, that will give you an advantage. That's why whatever you can do for self-defense is the best thing. What if this crisis is leading to hell was the next thing. Once again, I've been saying on here with my spiritual videos, it's all in how your psyche reacts. If you see this as being hell, then it will be hell, and things are going to not be that great for you. I don't see this. I see this as an awakening, and I see this as just a short-term amount of suffering that's going to have to go through a bunch of people, because that's what happens at a shift of an age. So I realize that yes, it may be bad for the next few years, but in 2020, all this type of pain will be starting to be, it'll be forgotten, or it will be on the verge of being forgotten. And people can easily rationalize most horrible crimes. Yes, and like I say, just preparing the best you can is all that I can say. Vention4WH commented, and he made some very good comments on that video. Please click the link if you haven't watched that video. Peace and light.